Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this show to talk about some news. Let's get into some NFL. We'll start with Adam Schefter. For the Rams, team flight that was supposed to be leaving any minute now is expected to be significantly delayed due to an equipment issue with the plane, per sources. The team currently is working on alternative travel arrangements to prevent any further delays going to Seattle. And for the Rams last road game, Sean McVay had to travel separately from the team to prevent getting anyone sick. Now the Rams are encountering a different travel issue with their plane experiencing an equipment problem. So yeah, there's that with the Rams. So for the Eagles, there's no practice today for Jalen Carter, Landon Dickerson, and Lane Johnson. So those three did not practices. Saquon Barkley, Zach Bond, Jalen Phillips were full practices. So they might not have three key linemen in this game. The Rams are listing wide receiver Devontae Adams as doubtful for Thursday night's game in Seattle due to his hamstring injury. So sorry, I don't know if I have my phone there, but yeah, the Rams are listing Devontae Adams as doubtful. Kind of figured he wasn't going to play, especially on a short week. Just run down through here. Ravens QB Lamar Jackson is not practicing Wednesday, continuing his rest routine. This is strict 6th straight week. John Harbaugh described today as a flu deal. The Packers are temporarily adding Marshawn Lloyd to the roster. That's a procedural move so they can put him back on IR because of his latest hamstring. Okay, so Marshawn Lloyd, the Packers are temporarily adding him to the roster. That's a procedural move so they can put him back on IR because of his latest hamstring. The Saints head coach Kellen Moore has already ruled out both running back Devin Neal and wide receiver Devon Bailey for Sunday's game against the Jets. There's a little bit of NFL draft news. Duke Redshirt Jr. offensive tackle Brian Parker II is leaving school early and declaring for the NFL draft. So Packers officially placed Micah Parsons on injured reserve. Pretty much they're officially ending his season. Packers safety Evan Williams sustained his knee injury, a sprained MCL on the same play that Micah Parsons got hurt on the same exact play, man. Crazy. Raiders head coach Pete Carroll said there's a good chance that Geno Smith will return to the starting lineup Sunday versus the Texans. That's terrible news, man. Puka Nacua said on a live stream Tuesday night they think some NFL referees make calls just to get shown on TV during the games. He was on Aiden Ross and Neon stream and Dale Face. The Vikings now place Jonathan Gennard and Josh Metellus on season-ending injured reserve. Dolphins QB Zach Wilson will now serve as Miami's backup, and Tua will be the emergency third string. So yeah, he's going to be the third string quarterback as he's getting benched. They waived Vader and Matthew Judon as well, so they made some moves. Christian Watson, Packers coach, expected him to practice today on a limited basis, so he was limited in practice. So some big news in Miami, a major move. The Dolphins are benching QB Tua Tagovailoa, as I hinted at, and they're turning to Quinn Ewers as their new starting quarterback. Per sources, his first start comes Sunday versus the Bengals. And the numbers game, he already has $54 million guaranteed to him in 2026. On March 15, $3 million of his 2027 salary becomes guaranteed. Cutting him what would leave $99 million in dead money. Post June 1 cut would equal $67 million in dead money in 2026, $31.8 million in 2027. So they used a 7th round pick on Quinn Ewers, so now he's going to be their new QB1, most likely to get to in the season here. So yeah, man, about time they benched Tui Tagovailoa. The Jets have reached a contract extension with tight end Jeremy Ruckert, 2 years for $10 million. Jeremiah Love announced he's declaring for the NFL Draft, 2025 NFL Draft. So that's all from Schefter. So it sounds like Christian Watson's chest/shoulder will play Saturday night in Chicago. He said it's feeling pretty good, so it looks like Christian Watson will probably be playing on Saturday. Jets coach Aaron Glenn after QB Brady Cook starts again this week. I mean, who else is going to start? The Chiefs have placed Patrick Mahomes on injured reserve after his ACL tear. Raheem Morris told reports that Drake London, who's missed the last several games with a PCL sprain, will practice today, signed that he could play on Sunday finally after he's missed the last few games with that knee injury. Obviously, Dolphins released Matt Judon, appeared in 13 games this season. Man, what a fall he's had. Yeah, that's really it for NFL, honestly. That's really all the news. So let's move on. So there isn't too many things with baseball, but there was a few signings last night and today. There was some interesting news here. The Nationals are hiring Anirudh Colombi as general manager. He was the Phillies' assistant GM and now joins Paul Toboni in leading the Nationals front office. So there's that. The Orioles have agreed to terms with free agent right-hander Albert Suarez on a minor league contract per a team announcement. So this is coming from this, I guess, really the biggest news of the day. New York Mets. The Mets are finalizing a 2-year, $22 million contract with free agent right-hander Luke Weaver per Joe Sherman. Now I think it's a good signing. I mean, before he got injured, he did have like a 0-point-something ERA. The injuries kind of messed him up, so it could be a good signing for the Mets bullpen, adding Luke Weaver. Guardians acquired Justin Brule. Yeah, what a move right there. The Phillies are closing in on a multi-year deal with free agent right-hander Brad Keller to 2.07 ERA last year, a 0.9 WHIP. It's 2 years, $22 million for Brad Keller. I think a pretty good signing here by Dom Dombrowski. Add to that bullpen with Duran and Alvarado, Strom, Kirkering, Tanner Banks even a little good time. So, you know, we had a good bullpen addition there in Brad Keller. The Yankees and Cubs are expected to be the finalists for Japanese international free agent right-hander Tatsuya Amai, or how the fuck you say his last name. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be between the Yankees and the Cubs for Tatsuya Amai. The Angels agreed to terms with free agent left-hander Drew Pomeranz, who actually had a good year last year. So, he kind of did have a resurgence last year. We'll see if the Angels can keep that resurgence. Oh, but they weren't done. They signed Jordan Romano, free agent right-hander, who had an 8 ERA last year. I mean, I know they did sign him for probably like a big deal or something, but like, yeah, he was terrible last year. But yeah, that's kind of the MLB news, really. There were a few. The biggest news was probably Luke Weaver signing. Or there is one more little thing from Jeff Passan. We got the details on Dustin May's contract. It's official. He'll make $12 million this year, and the mutual option for the 2027 season is $20 million. So, $12.5 million for Dustin May and Dale Face. But yeah, that's it for MLB. So moving on to wrestling here. Thea Hale defeated Blake Monroe to become the new Women's North American Champion last night. There was a botch there at the end. I think there was some move where Blake Monroe was exhausted, and I guess Thea Hale didn't give her enough time to, recover from it. I don't know. I guess she won the championship. They even played her music, so the plan was obviously for her to retain, and just unfortunate incident there at the end. Gunther addresses fans who are upset he retired John Cena. Stop crying. Life goes on. So, Cody Rhodes, the What Do You Want to Talk About podcast tomorrow, his next guest will be John Cena will be his next guest. Sports Illustrated named Hangman Page and Mercedes as the 2025 male and female wrestler of the year. Sure, man. Sure. The WWE booking isn't great, but let's be honest. It's not like Mercedes is doing that good with AEW. Love Mercedes, but I'm just being real. It's not like she's doing much in AEW besides winning irrelevant championships. So, this is coming from the Wrestling Observer. WWE is reportedly very impressed by Soroka Bafemi, Javon Evans, and Leon Slater for their performances at Saturday night's main event. They shouldn't be shocked if they watch their own product. Do they not watch their own product? Because, I mean, this ain't really shocking to me. Obviously, I was impressed, but I wasn't really shocked. So, Raquel Rodriguez is in concussion protocol following a WWE Raw head injury. So, I guess she has a concussion, maybe. So, the botched ending, apparently, it was reportedly botched and left the creative team scrambling. Monroe was originally booked to retain the title with feature creative for her mapped out already, which has been forced to change. It said that this botch impacts multiple wrestlers creative over the next few weeks. The botch was due to having the wind knocked out of her following the springboard senton. It was noted that Hell didn't realize she needed to give Monroe time to recover people kick out. I guess shit happens. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it's anybody's fault. Like, sometimes it happens. But blame Monroe shouldn't really be on NXT. Should be on, like, SmackDown or something. Once she's a veteran of WWE, just a veteran of wrestling in general. But yeah, that happened. But I'm pretty sure that's really all the wrestling news to go over. So we'll do NBA news to end the video. So New York Knicks, this is from Shams here, they will not raise an NBA Cup Championship banner, MSG. Lakers and Bucks raised banners over the last 2 years. The Knicks will celebrate with the home fans on Friday. So Knicks, they will not be hanging a banner for the NBA Cup, which I think is fair. No other two teams, but just because you win doesn't mean you have to do it. The Clippers have been rejecting trade offers for James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Zubac, and believe they can make a run towards the postseason once they get Derrick Jones Jr. back. Kyle Kuzma's name has come from trade discussions around the league as the Bucks look to upgrade their roster. I don't think nobody's going to trade much for Kyle Kuzma, man. Bruce Brown revealed he almost left the Denver Nuggets for the Lakers, and they offered him $50 million over 3 years, and Darvin Ham wanted him to start at point guard. The Lakers reportedly love Herb Jones, and teams around the league think he's worth 2 first-round picks. I wouldn't say worth 2 first-round picks. That's crazy. The Mavericks were open to trading D'Angelo Russell. For what? The Nets appear to be willing to listen to trade offers from Michael Porter Jr. Chris Paul, he reportedly threw a Halloween party and barely any of his Clipper teammates showed up. Sad, man. Trying to get some team chemistry, nobody wants to show up. Shows you how much of a leader Kawhi Leonard and James Harden are. It doesn't get talked about a lot how bad of leaders they are nowadays. But yeah, that's really all the news here from all the sports. There's not much. I haven't looked at any NASCAR. I'm almost 15 minutes in. I don't know. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.